Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Krishno Rakshatu no Jagatraya Guruhu Krishnam Namasyamyaham Krishnena Marasitro Vinihataha Krishnaya Tasmai Namaha. Krishna Deva Samuthitam Jagadidam Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Tishtati Sarvametadakhilam He Krishna Samrakshamam. Jai Srimanarayana. With blessings of Sri Chinajaya Swamiji, we are continuing chapter 4, sloka 14. I'll share my screen. Sloka 14. Are you able to see 14?
You can see it.
Okay. Please chant. Namam karmani limpanti.
Namam karmani
limpanti.
Name karma phale spruha.
Name karma phale
Spriha.
Iti mam yo bhijanati.
Iti mam
yogijanati
Karma bhirna sabadhyate.
karma
sabadhyate.
Question together.
Namam
karmani
limpanti Name karma phale
Iti mam
yogijanati
karma bhirna sabadhyate.
Yes, Shivanarayana. So in the previous sloka, Lord Krishna said, Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam. So the four categories of beings are created by me. Guna Karma Vibhagasaha according to the classification of Guna and Karmas. Okay. Tasya Kartaram, even though I am the creator, Akartaram, I am not the doer. Okay. So how did that happen? Just a quick recap of the previous sloka before going into the current sloka. So even though I am doing it, I am not the one who is causing the differences between these four varnas. Okay, so I'm not the one who is deciding who gets what varna by my own bias. I am totally unbiased. It is up to the jivas, based on the guna and karmas of the jiva. They're getting a particular form and experiencing through that particular form. I'm not the one who is deciding, oh, this jiva should go through all these troubles, that jiva should get everything without any troubles, right? Typically, that's what we think. We blame Paramatma for any problems that we get. Of course, we don't give credit to Paramatma, whatever we get, we credit ourselves. So we think he's kind of biased. Now, another thing that we try to think is that by doing business with Paramatma, he is going to give me the result. This is another thing that common mistake that we in our thinking, that if I offer something to Paramatma, he will give me the result. If I could not offer this to Paramatma, he won't give me the result. This is the kind of thinking that we get. If I offer something to the Paramatma, then if he is giving me, he becomes kind of biased, right? So it is not that our offering to Paramatma will change his behavior. It is his decision to whether to offer it to, whether to give the result to or not. It is what the I mean, so it is not like when we offer something and he gives the result, we should not be thinking that he became biased by my actions. He is not. He is unbiased. We are able to express our gratitude and identify that he is independent, he is supreme, and give me the results. Then it is up to Paramatma whether to give the results or not. He is not forced or biased by our own actions. So he is not biased. So that's why he doesn't become the doer in the sense that deciding something with some bias towards certain individuals or certain jivas. Now, how can we give the analogy? Analogy, again, Sri Swamiji has given the analogy, is that soul is like a seed, right? All these souls, distinct souls, are different seeds. They look exactly same, right? Now, if you sow them in the soil, okay, some seeds will grow, and some seeds will not grow. So is it that the Paramatma, I mean, the farmer is biased towards those seeds which are growing? No. Is it Paramatma stopping? No, the Paramatma. Is it the farmer who is saying, hey, the seeds don't grow? Now, not only that, the seeds look exactly same, but one seed could grow as a tomato plant, another seed could grow as some other plant, vegetable, say okra, some other tree, seed could grow as something else. I mean, they look similar, but they may grow different when they. So it is not the soil that is deciding which seed will grow, how, in what form. It is not the farmer who is deciding, it is just the seed that is deciding. So if you fry the seeds and then sow it, they will never grow. So the frying of seeds is like having so much karmic bondage with gunas that are so bad that they cannot go to a higher state. They will. So the seed cannot grow at all, even though a farmer takes care of doing everything that needs to be done to grow that particular. So then, one second. So then, so it is not the farmer, not the soil that determines, soil or water, and basically the nature that determines how the seed will grow, whether it will grow or how it will grow. So it is up to the seed. We are all like the seeds, and farmer is like Paramatma, who is planting the seeds in this nature. And it is our guna and karma combination which will put us in one path different compared to another jiva, So like that, all these jivatmas, they grow, or they have their lives in different paths. Some facing more difficulties, some facing less difficulties, some getting higher births, some getting lower births. All that is for the jivas to determine. Now, so is that clear? So that is the previous sloka. Now, in current sloka, Lord Krishna is saying, Namam karmani limpanti. Karmani, those actions, namam karmani limpanti. Those actions do not taint me or bind me. Okay, this limpanti word comes a few times. So it is not, I'm not the one who is deciding because with uh, hatred towards some jivas that I give a certain type of birth or certain type of experiences, or I have certain bias towards certain jivas to give them good experiences, good lives. So because I treat all of them as equal, okay, with no bias, no hatred. I'm not the doer who is causing all these differences. My actions are equal in nature compared for all of the jivas. Just like a farmer does the equal job of sowing the seeds and then doing everything, you know. So like that, when Paramatma is doing that, then those actions do not taint me, he's saying. Namam karma nilimpanti. And then Lord Krishna said, Name karma phale spruha. There is no desire for me in the fruits of these activities. To me. So basically, uh, I have no desire to uh, grow certain, I mean, to give certain type of better births to some jivas and lower births to some jivas. Give better results to some jivas, worse results to some other jivas. There is no, because there's no desire for me with the fruits of the actions, right? How a particular jiva takes birth, that is a fruit. I have no desire on that particular fruit. What they can give me, what they, right? So because that's why those actions, if I act with a desire, so this is what we need to really see. Even the same law applies to Paramatma. And if it applies to Paramatma, it should apply equally to us, right? So Paramatma is saying that the actions do not create karmic bondage for me because I have no desire for the fruits of my actions. I do my duty. My duty is to give give the birth to all these jivas, basically to do the creation based on the gunas and karmas, right? So that creation of all the various forms and all these experiences that everybody goes through, it is uh, my actions are you know equal for all, right? So it is devoid of any desires on my part. Itimam yaha abhijanati, in this manner, in this manner, yaha, whoever abhijanati, knows me well, okay, saha karma bhihi na badhyate. That one, saha is that person, that one, karma bhihi, by the karmas, na badhyate, not bound. So whoever knows me that my actions are uh, my actions are not binding because because there is no desire for me in the fruits of my activities. Whoever knows me well like that is not bound by the karmas. Okay. Uh, so when they are not bound by the karmic bondage, by the karmas, then they are freed from whatever is blocking them from doing the karma yoga. See this one, like it is not that one who knows me immediately will get moksha. This first thing is that whatever is a block that we have, that is preventing us from doing karma yoga, that will be released, that will be removed. Okay, so we need to know that Paramatma has equal treatment for everyone. Okay, so it is Paramatma does not have bias. He loves everyone equally, right? So if we know that well, then we will be able to perform karma yoga. Can anyone explain how how this knowledge will help us? The knowledge that
Reading the
Paramatma. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I mean, your question was helping in what?
So Paramatma is does not have a desire for the fruits of his activities, like does not have a desire for the creation itself, right? It is not looking for, oh, I'm going to get this benefit. I'm going to favor this and I'm hating this. It's not like that. Now, typically that's what we do, right? Whenever we are doing any action. So Paramatma is doing the action as perfect karma yoga. Knowing that, having that knowledge will free us from our binding. Whatever is binding us from going ahead with karma yoga will be freed. How is that knowledge helping us in freeing ourselves from that block that is preventing us from doing the karma yoga?
Nishkama karma.
So knowing this, like God is doing, right? That means, right? We indirectly, I think that we need to do the same thing, right? So like doing that karma without expecting any desires. That's what I mean. Lord Krishna, sorry, I wasn't able to explain properly, but what he's doing in the same way we do it, we at least realize, understand that, okay, that's a first step, right? Knowing that doing any work without expecting results or rewards, right? And that's a first step in our karma yoga, at least first thing, realization, right? So once we know that, then I think in that rest will follow automatically. I wasn't able to explain properly. I don't know. Yeah.
No problem. I mean, this is good. Yeah. So,
I mean, your question is how do we relate that to our lives?
yeah, I mean, not knowing Paramatma, doing karma yoga, and knowing Paramatma with this knowledge, doing karma yoga, what's the difference?
Of course.
Not knowing Paramatma, see, this is where I think, oh, I can do karma yoga. Karma yoga does not talk about Paramatma. I mean, right? I mean, that's what we think outside. Karma yoga is doing your duty. I'm doing my duty, people say.
We'll add more karma, more karmic bondage, sir. By knowing this knowledge and not knowing, even though we do pure karma, good things, we will anyway eventually adding more karma, karmic bondage. That's what I feel.
I mean, this way we know that how to get out of the karmic bondage, right? That's what I think. So he's like a role model to us, right? Lord Krishna himself saying that, okay, this is what I wasn't able to, that doesn't taint me. Okay, this kind of thing, right? And so it's clearly showing that we can also achieve the same thing by not expecting results.
Yeah. So basically, if I understand correctly, what you're saying is, I am example, right? I am the one. See, I'm following
Yes.
exactly. So I'm showing you the path on how to do it. And I am doing it and I am not getting karmic bondage. So you also do it and you will not get karmic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So one is that. That's good. So so even I am doing it, even though again we come later that even though nobody is questioning, nobody is giving, making me, uh, you know, forcing me to take birth. No, I don't have to answer to everybody. I'm independent. I'm the supreme being.
I'm doing.
So even I am doing it when, and I'm showing you the path. Um, you follow it, and you will also not be tainted like me, right? So we take examples, right? Great people. If one is following, certain principles and they are getting the benefit, immediately we also say, okay, if that person can do it, I can do it. I follow the same principles, practice the same principles, and I'll get the same benefits. So that is one, right? So I also need to do the activities without desiring for the fruits of activities. Okay, so that is one, definitely. So there we are kind of comparing ourselves to him, right? Which is,
Another thing.
I mean, yeah, one way, see, one way, even a higher being like Paramatma, supreme being like Paramatma, if he is following that rule, we definitely have to follow that. That is one way of thinking about it, right? Like, if the president is following certain rule, a janitor cannot say, I'm not going to do it, right? They have to do it. I mean, like president is doing it, then it becomes mandatory for everybody to do. Okay, so even though there's no comparison between president and janitor, but janitor is, say that, okay, if such a great person is doing it, I have to follow the same rule. I cannot get any exception. Right? So yes, so that way if we are comparing and then saying that, okay, we have to follow. That's good. So then we'll start practicing. We want to practice. But what is that block? I mean, still there is,
Yeah.
I mean, there is, if I want to do it, but there is something that is blocking me from doing it. So yeah, I got convinced that, okay, Paramatma is following it and I need to follow it. But it's still, there will be blocks in following, right?
Yeah, vasanas. Urvak. Purajana.
Yeah.
Puribai.
See, my actions have consequences, right? See, I cannot blame anybody for my wrongdoings. For example, I go on a 45 miles per hour road. I go 60 miles per hour, right? So a cop catches, right? Cop is the one who is catching. Now, can I blame cop for catching? No, right? Because of my actions only, the cop was giving the ticket, right? So my actions have consequences. If I know that, then I'll be careful. My actions. So see, if cop is always biased, okay, then I can say my actions have no consequences. Whether I go 30 or 60, it's up to the cop to decide whether to give a ticket or not. Then what will, I won't follow the rule at all. If cop is 100% unbiased, then what is my responsibility?
follow the right path, right? I should know. Yeah, I know. I should know that.
Right. I have to follow the process, whatever is given. If I don't follow, then it will have consequences.
Yeah.
So the one who is giving the consequences is declaring that, hey, guys, it's you who are responsible for this, not me.
I don't have anything, any hand in this, right? That's what it's
Yeah. So don't blame me for it.
okay. I know, I get it. Okay.
So don't blame me for it. So then the block will go like, see, if whether I follow the rule or not, why would I follow any rule is if I know that my actions have consequences, whatever rule I follow, I get the result, right, immediately, right? And there's no ambiguity there. Now, if Lord Krishna is saying that as Paramatma, he is giving he's doing the creation based on the guna and karma of all these jivatmas, and the gunas and karmas are acquired by these jivatmas. I have no bias for or against any of these. No, it becomes responsibility of that the jivatma to do certain things to whatever is needed for whatever guna and karmas are needed to be in the path and go higher and higher in the creation, not lower and lower, right? So I cannot blame Paramatma for giving me this birth, that birth, this this difficulty, that difficulty. It is all up to me. Now, if I know that, then I will follow whatever is needed. Okay. Now here's one more thing that we are not talking about the result, materialistic result here. Karma Yoga talks only about the intent, right? So you're not talking about whether you got the result or not. That's why Paramatma says that when you're practicing Karma Yoga, it does not guarantee that you will get the result, the materialistic result, but it guarantees that the karmic bondage will be cleared. So the materialistic result is given to us by devatas with the energy from Paramatma. Okay, right? So the materialistic result is dealing from the karma that we are doing, and the type of karma that we do also is not based on the desires that we have. It is based on the duties that we acquire. So we perform our duties, then the karmic bondage is cleared. When the karmic bondage is cleared, automatically we are on the path to higher creation. Okay, so if that is very clear to us, then where is the block for creating, doing the karma? There's no question, there's no doubt. See, I don't follow karma yoga if I have doubts that even if I follow karma yoga, there won't be result. Like people who do the voting, right, in elections, they say, oh, even if I vote, I may not, the result will be whatever it is. So why should I vote, right? That's not in my hand. Or maybe some people have various conspiracy theories. So they say, okay, what is the point, right? Or no matter what I do, it doesn't, whatever results I get. So it is not like that. It is 100% guaranteed that your creation is based on your guna and karmas, have nothing to do with me. I love everybody equally. I have no bias. I have no desire in making you higher birth, lower birth, and things like that. I have no desire that you become, some a millionaire and you give me some do pujas and all that stuff to me. That's why I want to make you a billionaire. No, God does not need anything from us. So there's no desire for him out of the creation. It is when we know that, then we would follow the practices of Karma Yoga. So what Lord Krishna is saying, Saha karma bhihi na badhyate. The whatever binding is there by the karmas, they will be gone. There will be no binding. So they are not bound by the previous karmas. So now I have the proper knowledge. See, the karmas are still there. They're still in my bag, right? But with the knowledge, I'm able to overcome it. I'm able to decide, oh, I want to practice Karma Yoga. So that is how I'm able to, the knowledge of Paramatma, that Avatara Rahasya Jnanam is clearing us in reducing the effect or eliminating the effect of our karmic bondage from previous lives, which are preventing us from moving ahead with Karma Yoga. Okay. It's almost 9:30 now. We'll not be able to take up another sloka, I think. So, any other questions? Today we had a very good session of very good questions, and thank you for that.
Thank you very much, sir.
So this, yeah. So again, it is a very when we combine the slokas from the previous chapters to current chapter, and try to really understand, it enhances our our understanding even further. Just sloka by sloka is one thing, but Lord Krishna gave this as a sequence of hundreds of slokas. We combine all of them together, then our knowledge is enhanced many times. And it clears a lot of doubts that we may have. Okay. Any other questions? No. Okay. We'll conclude with the concluding prayer. Kayena vacha mansendriyatmana va prakrute svabhavat karomi yajna sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami Srimanarayanaayeti samarpayami Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu Om Asmatgurubhyo Namaha. Jai Shri Manarayana. Jai Shri Manarayana.
Thank you, sir.